Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our next online card making class. Today, we are going to be playing. I'm going to just start right out and show you guys. We are going to make these 4 beautiful cards. I am so excited. So this has been my thing lately, is I basically pick a package of designer series paper that I want to play with, and then I create a card around it. So these cards definitely all feature lots of designer series paper. I'm going to show you kind of little samples of each of the packages of designer series paper that we're playing with today on each of these 4 cards. We're going to have so much fun. All right. I'm just so excited to share all of this with you guys. In the meantime, I want to just do a quick reminder about a couple of other things we have going on this month. First of all, our exclusive join offer. Okay, I got to do, as always, I got to do my swipe over and swipe back so I can see who's hanging out with me today. I guess I should back up and say thank you. I am on at a new time at 10 a.m. just today only. I have a doctor appointment in Grand Rapids at 1:30 today, and I was like, there's no way that I would be able to do Facebook Live or online card making class at 11:30 and get to Grand Rapids in time. So I had to kind of move things up a little bit. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm there. Okay, I scrolled something weird. Hello, Miss Kathy. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you can join us. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys are just accidentally finding me here at a different time or if you knew that we were going to be live at 10 a.m. today. But either way, I'm just happy to have you guys here because I was thinking, I wonder if anyone is even going to be joining us right now. So hello, Mr. Mike. I had just texted you, didn't I, to say, hey, I'm on at 10 today. So thank you for popping on also. Yeah, so I was just saying, I was wondering if anybody was going to be joining me today. So I've got a couple of fun faces. So thank you guys. So again, we have our exclusive join offer, which includes this awesome it's free in your starter kit, the Stamp Positioner tool. It is, well, it's amazing from what I can tell. I still don't have one. I watched the videos online though, so I do feel a little bit more educated on how it works. But the best, there are just so many great features like these little magnets. Our old Stamparatus, they would really stick together, so I think they've maybe kind of changed that. They didn't even really mention it in the video anyway. And then just the fact that you can position things, and they showed like a technique where she actually kind of positioned it on an angle right in between those 2 little spots right there, her cardstock. And so she knew every time that she would position it in the same place, put her stamp down, pick it up, and stamp with it. And it worked perfectly every single time. Of course, because it's Stampin' Up people that are doing these things. But you guys will get the idea. Anyway, this is an awesome tool that we are giving away for free in our starter kit right now through the whole month of February. And actually it ends on March 2nd. So we've got like I said, the rest of February, and then into March 2nd, you can get the starter kit get the free Stamp Positioner tool in your starter kit. You always get to pick $125 in product. Hello, Philomena. Grab that free Stamp Positioner tool as well. Pay only $99 plus sales tax. So awesome deal. Would love to have you be a part of our ink-inspired stampers group if you are interested in doing that. We just have a great group of ladies. I say it all the time, but I just want you guys to know how wonderful our group of ladies is, and we would love to have you be a part of it as well. So thank you again hello, Miss Philomena. Good. I've got some comments coming through. Okay. I always like to make sure. Okay, so that's one thing. Again, starter kit now through March 2nd. If you're interested, let me know. If you have any questions too, let me know on that. And then don't forget, we have a number of products of the month that are available. When you put in a $75 order, you can pick from, I believe all 3 of them are still available. So our December product of the month was this True Blue Florals Designer Series paper. And I'm going to show you guys, I have a couple of cards that I have made. So super simple little thank you cards that I've made and birthday cards. So this is one of the patterns in the Designer Series paper in that True Blue Florals. This is another one right here. So you can see Night of Navy and Balmy Blue. This is my favorite pattern. I love this one right here. And then this one is gorgeous too, isn't it? Look at the beautiful, I think that's maybe a rose, I'm going to call it. So just a couple of examples of that beautiful True Blue Florals Designer Series paper. Again, when you place a $75 order, you can get this product of the month for just $5. Okay, so that's one choice. Or if you're interested in the fabulous Saying stamp set, I've been playing with this stamp set. I think we're actually using it again today on a card because I can't stop playing with it. And also because I realized like I got rid of so many of my sentiment stamp sets that I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have, I've got lots of pretty like imagery that in terms of stamps, but not a lot of sentiment stamp sets. So I keep going back to the stamp set also because it's super versatile. Lots of great options in here too, right? In terms of, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, awesome. So Philomena is saying that she thinks the starter kit is great with the new item. Yeah, that kind of replaced the Stamparatus. Same idea, right? So if you have a Stamparatus, you might not need the stamp positioner tool, or maybe you want to upgrade and get this instead. Or if you did not get the Stamparatus, definitely are going to want to get the stamp positioner tool in your starter kit, right? Okay, so again, back to Fabulous Saying stamp set. Awesome set of sentiments in this stamp set. And then next month in February, just now, we introduced, this is called the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper, which I actually just ordered this paper. I have kind of had other things going on, so I have not been quite on top of things, but this looks like a gorgeous pack of paper. Again, the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. You can see that fun. This puppy, his name must be Banjo. Excuse me, a little tickle in my throat. One sec, I gotta grab a sip of water already. Okay. And now I'm like, oh, where are my mitts? Actually, I see them right there. So if I need them, I'm going to be good. So yes, again, February product of the month, the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. You can get this if you put your order in up to anything over $75 in terms of an order. You can get this Painted Illusions Designer Series paper for just $5. So again, you can pick from any of these items: the True Blue Florals Designer Series paper, the Fabulous Saying stamp set, or the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. All three products of the month are still available for just $5 when you already do your shopping, right, and put a $75 order in. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready. I just want to do a quick review just so you guys know how this online card making class works. The idea is that I wanted to bring my local, simple, beautiful card class to you online, right? So if you can't make it to our local class, this is the option for you. So I'm going to show you how to make all 4 of these beautiful cards. You can obviously watch this video right now, and then the idea is go ahead and put your order in at just at least a $50 order. I don't know why you wouldn't bump it up to $75, right, to get those products of the month also. But at any rate, so put in at least a $50 order. I'm going to send you the card kits to make all 4 of these projects. You can watch again right here on Facebook for 30 days, this video right here, my online card making class. And then I also upload it over to YouTube, to my Gathering Inspiration Stamp Studio YouTube channel. And that is there for forever. So you can make these cards a month, a year from now, and that video will still be there. Okay. So, but that's the basic idea, is again, bringing this card class to you online so that you can make these cute cards with me anytime. And the fun part is once it's on YouTube, right, then you can stop and start and rewind and, craft along right with me once you get these card kits. So I will include the link to order. I also have been creating these shopping cards. I finally learned how to do this, you guys. So I've uploaded a picture of all 4 of these cards to my Stampin' Up website. I've included the link to that, and it gives you all the parts and pieces, all of the products that I use to make these cards, so that if you need something, and obviously you can change things out. You can use different sentiments, different stamp sets and things on your cards, but you'll get everything that you need other than the stamping. I just can't do the stamping for you, but I'll give you the Designer Series paper, do the die cutting, give you the embellishments, the ribbon, the twine, all that good stuff for just a $50 order. And I pay for the shipping too. So I'm going to ship those packages out to you, the card kits to you at no charge to you. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, but the other thing I do want to show you guys, I'm going to put this here, right? And then I want to show you, and I got to make sure. Okay. So we're going to get this in. There we go. I do also create this product list. So this is kind of a Word document that I've created that you can also download that gives you all of the tools that I used, all of the products. So my basic tools are right here, and then each of the cards are listed. So we've got card number 1 and all of the items I used on it, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and then the measurements also. So you've got measurements for the card base, any of the cardstock, and any of the designer series paper are all included right there too. So you can, again, create these projects on your own as well. Okay. All right. That's my little cheat sheet though. I got to keep that handy. Oh, one other thing I want to show you guys, because I finally got my calendars made. So while we're having some fun here, these are calendars that I am sending out to anyone that orders through me as well, right? So if you order through me, anytime, basically, I'm throwing in a calendar while supplies last. So cute little desktop calendar. It kind of sits right there like that. You can kind of see, right? I am hoping to film a video this weekend, so watch for that. That'll be over on my Instagram page too. So uploading lots of fun videos there as well. Okay. All right. Oh, one more thing. I still have designer series paper shares. They are $50. If you are interested, I've kind of got things pulled out because I have one that's already cut and ready to go. So this is a paper share. These are actually the first few that are kind of flip-flopped back and forth are the paper that we're going to be using today. And then here's the rest of. So again, paper share, awesome pack of paper. You get some 6x6 and some 12x12 if I can get it sent out to you that way. Anyway, so $60 to get this shipped to you for this awesome paper share. If you're interested, take these off my hands, ladies. Okay. All right, here is our first project. Let's see. Okay, yeah, let me show you guys this one. There we go. That little glare keeps always bugging me, right? Okay. Trying to get a little bit organized here. Don't I say that every week, ladies? I'm trying to get a little organized here. It's like, I don't know. I guess it's what you do have to do. I should just give myself a break, right? Okay, it's what we have to do to get these projects done. Okay, so I want to start with, this is, oh, okay, Philomena, I will get a calendar sent out to you. Yes, they are so fun. I love just having that little desktop calendar there. Very kind of quick, easy reference when you need to know what day of the week it is, right? Okay, so this is paper. Okay, so I'm probably not, am I doing these? Yes, I am. Okay, good. This is called the Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. I am grabbing a mint. This tickle in my throat is not going to go away. Okay, so such pretty paper. And I'm actually going to flip this over because now I think I've got the one side that has all of kind of the foil, because this is a specialty paper. So this side has all of the foil. And then this side doesn't have the foil, right? Oh, okay. Oh, Philomena, thank you so much. I appreciate your orders. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am so sorry to hear about your puppy, Luke. Oh my goodness. Oh, that just, yeah, my heart hurts for you. I hope you're doing okay. I've loved seeing all of the cute pictures you've been sharing of him online too. So just know that I am thinking about you and praying for you and praying for Luke, and hope you're doing okay through all of that. Okay, so then back to, again, Splash of Sparkle. So if anything can kind of maybe bring some joy into your life, right? It's playing with cute products like these, like this Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. So again, this is what we used. I used, obviously, this pattern right here on our card, and then I used the back side of one of them, that kind of washed pink. But here, that's our project right there. And then which did I use? The back side. Yeah, this one right here. I used this piece on that guy right there. Okay. Ooh, Carolyn's down in Florida. Love it. I hope you're enjoying Florida. My son Cade just went down to Tampa super early this morning. He said they made it and it's cloudy. So he wasn't super happy about that, but hopefully it'll clear up for him I'm sure it will be beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead. We are going to start doing our stamping. And actually, no, you know what? We're going to do our die cutting first. This is one where, yeah, I think it's going to be easier to die cut this shape and then stamp our happy birthday in there. So we're going to do that. So we're going to die cut this little label and then those little leafy guys right there. So let's do that actually first. Okay, so we're going to grab our die cutting machine. Okay. Let's go with that. There we go. Okay. So I should tell you too, and again, all of this is going to be included. If you click on any of my links, you'll be able to get this information. But cardstock, obviously basic white. Oops, you guys can't even see that. I'm going to move this. There we go. Basic white, Shy Shamrock, and Daffodil Delight. Ah, Robin! Oh my goodness, I didn't realize you were on. So yeah, I told Cade, this is my son, I have a friend that lives down in Tampa, so, you know, if you get into any trouble or you need anything, I can get a hold of her. So just so you know, he's down there until I think next Thursday. So he's actually hoping, maybe to move down to Florida someday. He's not a big fan of this cold, snowy weather that we have. And so he and his girlfriend are on kind of a little fact-finding mission to see what Tampa is like. So yeah, I'll be curious to I'll be curious to get his report when he gets back home and along the way too. So yeah, okay, how fun. Yes, so you love Tampa, right? I'm sure compared to like other colder places, right? It's like a great spot to be. Okay, so here I'm like flinging things all over the place. Here, let me show you guys. Let's just scoot these things out of the way. And I'll show you what we just die cut, right? Okay. All right, so we've got our little label guy that we're going to do our stamping on. I gotta move that back in there because that little glare bugs me. Okay, so then these are these little leafy images, right? And these are actually from, did I even say that? This is the Creative Haven set of dies. So we just use those two little guys and then that one. I just always put those back in there. So we use those and then that one right there are what we are using on this card today. We are going to stamp. This is such a cute stamp set. It's so funny. I don't know what it is about kind of this font, but I just think it's so cute and fun and quirky. I'm not sure what the right word is that I want to use, but I just am really enjoying, I guess, because it's not perfect, right? Like, you know, I don't know. It's not super like symmetric, I guess. I don't know. What do I want to say? But it's just fun. I think it's just fun. So we're going to use this happy and the birthday, right? So you could do, this could be an Easter card too. It's kind of Eastery colors, right? So you could do Happy Easter if you wanted. It could even be a fun graduation card. Just so many, like this is a great builder stamp set, right? So lots of fun sentiments on here. Thank you, Robin. So hopefully he'll be good, but I was like, okay, just for like peace of mind, right? It's nice to know that I have a friend down in Tampa if he were to need anything. I think he will be just fine, but thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, and then also we're using this With You in Mind stamp set. I was so happy to see that this one has not retired yet. I feel like they're moving things onto the last chance list like quicker than they used to, which might be the case because then they're just rolling out new stuff all the time. But we're going to use that little cupcake. That's what I used on the inside of the card. But I just think this is a really cute, maybe if I put that down there, I want to look at it. And so I have to bring it up closer, but then you guys can't see it as well. So, okay, so yeah, that we're going to use on that little piece right there on the inside. Okay, so let's get both of these guys to do our stamping, right? Okay, and we are using Timid Tiger ink. Again, it's so easy to create these cute projects, cute coordinating projects. Basically just knowing what colors are in our designer series paper, right? So just look on the back of your package or you can look online and it'll tell you one of the colors is Timid Tiger. So I'm like, okay, we're going to use Timid Tiger ink on this project. Can you guys see? I feel like some things, well, you know what I didn't do? Because it was like, all right, let me see. If I move this up here, then maybe you guys will be able to see a little bit better. You have to let me know if I'm off camera. I guess it just happens sometimes, but it gets kind of wonky though when I move this Stampin' Glass mat up so high, but we're going to try it. Okay. If it's maybe more wobbly than wonky. Whatever. Here we go. So we've got the happy. So this would be a great time to use your new stamp positioner tool if you wanted. I think I did a pretty good job, but if you're kind of new to things or you are a super perfectionist, which I used to be, you might want to use your stamp positioner tool to get those things lined up. But I feel pretty good about that. But anyway, that's kind of one of the reasons, you could use, because what you do with that stamp positioner tool, and I can't do it now, but basically you would take these stamps and you would just lay them down right on your paper wherever you wanted them. And you could put both of these down on your paper. Like I said, I can't do this because they're on the clear blocks. You wouldn't have them on the clear blocks. Here, let's see. Let's just pretend, right? So, because if you haven't seen the stamp positioner tool, this would be the idea. If you wanted to build another sentiment, and this paper would obviously be on, pretend this glass mat is your stamp positioner tool. You just lay your stamps down where you want them. So this isn't going to make any sense because I don't even know what these things are saying, but this would be the idea. You just lay them down wherever you want them, if you want them kind of crooked or fun, and then you flip the glass piece down. It picks your stamps up. You flip it back, you ink them, and then you flip it back down again, and it goes exactly where you wanted it on your paper. So it's a really, really cool tool that definitely helps you line things up with your stamping. So you could have lots of fun. And the cool thing is you could repeat them, because then you can like move things down on notches and like restamps. You could kind of stamp in a row or a cross kind of a thing. So lots of fun things you can do with that stamp positioner tool. Okay, so I think simple stamping. I definitely focused more on the designer series paper, and then just kind of found some fun stamps that would work with the designer series paper, right? Okay, so I think we are ready to, I'm just looking like, yeah, I think we're ready to put our card together, right? Okay, so we're going to scoot that stuff over there. Okay, so we have this card base right here. Okay, so it's just a simple little flip up because we want to be able to see this designer series paper on the inside of our project. And you can see I'm going to run out of adhesive very, very soon with that. Let's see. I'm going to go maybe this way. I don't know. Does it really matter? But look at how cute. You guys get a good picture of how fun that paper is. It looks like birthday party paper, doesn't it? I was like, okay, this is perfect birthday party paper. And hello, Miss Carla. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. So this is going to go on the inside. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add another piece of designer series paper. Miss Vina, hello. You guys, thank you for all joining us today. I was saying earlier, I wasn't sure how many people would know that I was doing this at a different time today than I normally do, but this is fun. I'm getting lots of friends. Oh, okay, good thing I flipped that. I almost put that, this whole talking and working at the same time can be tricky for me. Okay, so I did that last night when I was making something. I put adhesive on the wrong side of the designer series paper, and then I was like, oh, forget it. That we're going to just, sometimes I might actually try to like peel it off, but not last night. I was like, okay, we're going to just use the other side of the designer series paper. So you want to just make sure, you guys seeing this? I'm just trying to line up. Almost. Yeah, this is definitely the way to do it though. Like put this piece on first, the white on the inside, and then lay this over so that you can make sure it's all lined up, right? Okay, so now we are going to, oopsie, just flipped that right out of the way, didn't I? Right? Okay. Got this one. we're going to do, so I want a little bit of adhesive on these guys, but we're going to do that in a moment because I want to, let's see, I need some dimensionals. They are good. Okay, they are right here. Okay, we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this guy. Okay. All right, now I am going to just do a little loop of ribbon to go in the top. So you see, I just take that and kind of flip it in half, basically. And then we're going to put the little loopy end goes through this hole. Okay, pull that through and then kind of open it up with your thumb, and then those two ends get threaded through the little loop that you created, and then pull on that. And there we go. There's that, right? Okay, so now we can take the backings off of these guys. We're going to add that thing's going to go right about there, we'll say, right? Okay, now we are going to add some adhesive on these little spriggy dudes. I always love, there are so many great choices for these, for the little spriggy dudes. They give us lots of fun options for these, I think. Okay, so now we are going to use our bubble bath ribbon because that coordinates with our bubble bath designer series paper there. Okay, so we're going to tie this little bow right there. Okay. And then we are going to grab a mini glue dot, which is right here. Okay. I am almost, I'm like, where's the end of this thing? I have almost used all of my mini glue dots on this roll here. Okay. So we're going to add that guy right there. And then one last little bit here. We are going to add, oops. Okay, this is a brand new pack. You love the spriggy doos too? Vina, I know they just like add a little bit of the spriggy and spicy doos. Yes, exactly. The little spriggy, spicy doos and doodads. Yes, that is exactly what we're talking about. And I love the bling. Like Linda Dana says, bling is king. And I could not agree with her more there. So we're going to add a little bit of bling on our card as well, because, you know, you got to, when you say happy birthday, you got to have a little sparkle on your birthday card, right? Plus that sparkle kind of coordinates with the sparkle on the designer series paper. So there we go, ladies. What do you think? Isn't that a cute, fun, darn autocorrect? Hey, I love it. Whatever you were trying to say, I'm getting it. I hear you though. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's helpful and sometimes you're like, no, I really wanted to say what I typed and stop changing it on me. Thank you. So super cute. I got that one. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you enjoy that one. I think it's just so fun, right? It's a little flippy dippy one there. Okay, so there is our first project. Let me just get everything put back into my tote. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I don't get confused. And these cards we are actually making at our Simple Beautiful card class at the end of the month. I was thinking I would do this online card class next Friday, but I'm having pretty major surgery on Wednesday, and so couldn't be doing this card class online next Friday. It's just probably not going to be physically able to do that. I'm trying not to think about it too much, ladies, because when I do, I start to get a little bit freaked out about it, but we're just, yeah, staying super busy so that I don't freak out about it. Okay, so next project, we have a very lovely, I had, you know, you always need some masculine cards, right? And I will show you also, Here we go. This is called the Nature Walk Designer Series paper. So this is kind of one side of that paper. Thank you, Philomena. I appreciate that. I feel the prayers. You guys have all been so beautiful, loving, caring. I appreciate it so much. Yeah. Okay, we're going to just move on. All right. So yes. Okay. So this is the Nature Walk Designer Series paper. Perfect for, your masculine cards, I think, right? And it's such a pretty suite also. And then here's the back side. So lots of just beautiful, like deep, dark colors. This is the one that we used on this card right here. Actually, this one and that one, we used both of those. So it's a pretty color combination, right? It's like pretty peacock and pecan pie, maybe a little bit of crumb cake in there. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate, so appreciate your prayers. Okay. Let's see. So let's talk about this card right there. Okay. So it's funny, like my glare is right about where where I really do want my card to be. So that works out pretty well. Okay. I'm going to get these guys, this and this and this. Got this one. Okay. So parts and pieces. I think we have everything. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So again, pretty peacock, crumb cake, pecan pie. Those are the colors. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful Designer Series paper. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're going to do the die cutting on this one also. And then I'll just, nope, I think we're okay. Change my mind. We're going to do the stamping first and then we'll do the die cutting. Okay, so we've got that little, oh, I should show you guys. So this is where these stamps are coming from. Okay, we've got the Simply Said stamp set with the birthday wishes right here. And then we've got this Thinking of You right there. So that's the Simply Said stamp set. And then I'm also using the Forever Florals. I'm using the dies for the label. I'll show you that again in just a sec. But then I pulled out just that little leafy guy is going to go right on there. Okay. And then these are the dies. So this is what kind of led me to the stamp set too, the Forever Floral dies. So this stamp and die set are going to be available the beginning of March. I couldn't resist because I knew like labels. I'm always a sucker for the labels, right? And then I use that little guy right there too. And I'll flip that back, right? So we're using that label right there. And then I already die cut one of these because we need two of them. So there's that little guy that is from that die right there. Okay. So we'll show you those in just a moment after we do our stamping here. Okay, so we're using our Pretty Peacock ink because it matches our Pretty Peacock cardstock. Okay, so nice, easy tap, tap, tap. Actually, I'll go over here on this end so I make sure I give myself enough room. So we got the birthday wishes. I love this stamp. Oh, you always forget that. Yeah, well, sometimes I forget it too, to be honest. But you know what? It's kind of nice if you leave it blank. And then depending on who you're sending, right, the card to, you can kind of add to it later. That's kind of a good way to do it also. Because then you can kind of customize it for who you're sending it to, right? Okay, so we got a little Thinking of You and just that cute little leafy spriggy doodad there also. Okay, so we're going to scoot that back there. These two guys. All right, so let's grab our die cutting machine again. And we will do this die cutting next. Okay, so we've got this one here. Ooh, and this is the Earthen Textures Metallic paper. Woo-wee, isn't that so pretty? Came out, I think it was maybe even in our, was that our like holiday mini catalog? I don't know. Anyway, it's still available. I did double check. So I'm like, okay, we are using that because I thought it was like a perfect kind of accent, you know, metallic kind of masculine, right? There we go. Okay, cover. Here we are. Like, you know, do you guys do that? Well, maybe more so on my lives too, like where I can't find the top cutting plate and it's because I've stacked something else. I guess it doesn't usually happen when I'm not doing the live because I have a certain spot where I keep everything. We're on the live, things get like go all over the place. Okay, so this is one of the new dies. Again, put this on your list, the Forever Florals dies. You'll be able to get these, I think, probably whatever the first Tuesday is in March. Okay, where is my paper piercing tool? I see it. There we go. Okay, we're going to just pop this little guy out. Sometimes it pops out, probably if I ran it back and forth a couple of times, but again, there's that little leafy guy. Do you see it it does some embossing in there too. So kind of fun. Okay, let's get these guys out of the way. Put that there. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the die cutting machine. Okay. There we go. All right, so I think we are ready to put things together. Okay. Bring that one back into view a little bit more. All right, so we've got our card base, pretty peacock card base. I'm gonna just put the inside here, right? And okay, there it is. I knew it was gonna happen. Okay, yep, we are out. Yeah, once you get to the orange, that bright orange, then you know. And then, all right, I gotta put my glasses on for this one. Okay. Oh, it's actually not. I thought that was all adhesive too. It's pretty gummed up, but yeah, you want to, when you change this, this is the time to like clean off all that extra gumminess inside here, right? Okay, so we're gonna kind of just get rid of that. There we go, that looks better. Okay, all right, get rid of that one. I have another one handy. I happened to be filming some videos earlier and I was just praying that it wouldn't end in the middle of one of my videos because I don't really allow for time for that on my little Instagram videos. But yeah, so you guys can see how you change out your seal refill if you don't have one of these yet. Great adhesive though. There is a learning curve. I will say that. The biggest thing you guys need to know is if it's not sticky, you have to advance it forward with your finger. That is the only way you're going to get it rolling again. People tend to just keep pushing, pressing, trying to get it to work, and you eventually just break this and then it doesn't work anymore. So you don't want to do that. Just advance it forward with your finger if it's not sticky. Okay, and then look, isn't that cool? It's kind of camo print maybe. I like this pretty peacock side too though. Okay, so there's that one. And then this is beautiful also. Again, the Nature Walk Designer Series paper. And then the back side is another good neutral there too. Okay. All right, so we're gonna add all of these on here. And so I also love showing like a few different patterns of Designer Series paper on the cards. I think that's so fun. It's, just shows all the pretty patterns. So you see how I did that? It wasn't sticky. It wasn't working. So I just used my finger to advance it forward. Okay. And then we're going to put this guy right on there. We're going to grab this one and add some dimensionals behind it. Okay. Pull those guys. So just so you could use, any of the patterns of Designer Series paper in this Nature Walk pack to create these very masculine cards, right? Okay, so let's see, what do we need? These are new. What are these called? These are called the Faux Bronze Pentagons. Yeah, so I guess they kind of, they are the shape of a pentagon, right? So we're going to just add one of these little guys, put that one right there, right? And then we're going to tie some linen thread. Okay, that does not want to go back in there very easily. Okay, tie a double bow of linen thread. So I'm just kind of looping that. Let's make it a little bit longer. I always kind of start out and think I have enough. And then what's funny is then I add more and then I'm like, oh, That's longer than I need, but I guess that's a lot easier to work with than having it too short. So you work with it like you're just working with one string of linen thread instead of two. So you just have to make sure they stay together. Okay, so we're gonna clip that to give two tails, and we're gonna clip that. And there we go. Okay, now we need another glue dot. Oh my goodness, is that the last one? That could be the last one. We'll have to see about that, right? Okay. Kind of has a life of its own, but I like the curl a little bit to it there. There. Okay. All right. So there we go. Happy birthday or birthday wishes. Thinking of you. Great masculine card right there, I would say. And I even got to use some kind of bling there too, right? I give a little texture with that linen thread and that little faux bronze pentagon. Okay. Actually, I do want to leave that out, don't I, right? Oh, and you know what else? I need to clean these little babies off. So let's do that. Oopsie, excuse me. The glass, it's loud when you drop things on it when you don't mean to. Okay, trying to get the ink. There we go. So I got the ink off and now it's on my fingers. That's how that works, right? Okay. Got that one there. So let's get rid of these. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying these cards as much as I am sharing them with you. All right, next, we got another fun one, you guys. Okay, I'm going to share that with you right there. We need one more thing. Here we go. Okay. All right, so next card features, well, here, let me show you the card, right? So fun. Look at how cute it is. The hello. He's like, doo, 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 hello to a fabulous friend. And check out, I think these are unorderable right now, but I couldn't not use them. So these you might just have to put on your list. And as soon as they become available again, those cute little ladybug epoxy shapes, they're called. And they just work perfectly, right, with the rest of the images in this designer series paper. So this is called the Cute as a Bug, and this is what you would get in your paper share, right? You get like a 6x12 piece. So this one is kind of fun because then you can cut, this is like a 3x4 piece. So this actually would be perfect. You could cut that piece right there. Oh my gosh. Or that one, or that one, or that one. And then you've got a big, this is 6x4. So you could put that on a card front too. So so much fun, right? Yes, your great granddaughter. Yes. You know what? Actually, I think that Maria did get, I'm trying to think if she just got the designer series paper, but I know she loves bugs. And what was funny, Vina, was when they came to play bingo. So Maria brought her two daughters, and I'm trying to remember Kennedy, and I'm drawing a blank on the other little kiddo's name. But anyway, because I think it was not Kennedy, it was her other daughter. She had a little shirt on, and it said something about a bug. So it was just so fun that, like, okay, yes, she's a bug lover for sure. So yes, she would love this paper, and I'm pretty sure that maybe Maria even got it so that they could play with it. Okay, so yeah, this is one side of the paper. This is the only one that has kind of these pieces that you could cut. Natalie, yes, that's it. Yes, Natalie. Natalie's the bug lover. And then here's the back side too, just as cute, right? I love like the quilty patterns right there. We use this one on the card as well. Okay, all right, so yes, Cute as a Bug designer series paper. Okay. All right, so let's make this fun card now. Okay, and I have a little trick I want to share with you guys too, because I kind of ran out of designer series paper. I was trying to cut a bunch for class and for online card packets, and so I'll show you that in just a sec, but I have these, well, I'll show you now. This is like my little trick. So instead of having a full piece across there, so you may, depending on how many orders I get, you may get two that'll go in there, or you may get a full one that goes across. But either way, it works. Okay? All right, so Let's see, we are going to do our stamping on this piece right here. So we've got some basic white cardstock we're using again. So I told you, right, the fabulous sayings, this is the product of the month. This is the one that you need. If you don't need paper, you definitely can use all of these sentiments in this stamp set, right? You've got happy birthday, you're on my mind, thank you, sending love, hello, you can do anything. You could do thank you so much, hooray, we're using that to a fabulous friend, just because, or there are simply no words for this, right? Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad we have that figured out, Vina. Okay. So Kennedy must have been the one that was wearing the bug shirt. I couldn't remember, honestly. It was a busy night, I'll say. Okay. All right. So we are going to use Poppy Parade ink because it coordinates with, goodness, man, there we go. A little off kilter there because it coordinates with the Poppy Parade color in that designer series paper. Okay, so we're going to do this little tap, tap, tap. We've got our hello. I'm going to stamp that one. And then on the inside, we are going to stamp right here to a fabulous friend. Okay, so we're going to do this. That's going to go there. There we go. Right. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys the other fun thing on the inside of this card. Okay, can you guys see? We're going to do this die cutting. So they're like little doilies. I thought it was like, little picnic doilies or something that go with your tablecloth on your picnic table. And then we've got these cute little doilies. I think I showed you guys those. So this is from the Beautiful Celebrations dies. So these little things, I was just determined that I had to use them somewhere, and they didn't work on the outside of this card, but I was like, oh, we can have some fun on the inside of this card instead. So we are going to use, and again, I always get these dies for the labels, right? Because I love all these fun different label shapes. And then I have had more fun. I've played with this set of dies a ton. So again, the Beautifully Celebrated dies is what we're using here. So we're going to use the little label on our hello, and then separately we're going to just die cut those little doily pieces, and we're going to put them on the inside of our card. Okay. All right. So let me show you these. Okay, I think you guys can see that, right? So we got that one and this one. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're cranking that, going back and forth. You bought this suite for all your bug lovers. That's awesome, Carla. Ooh, what did I do? You know what? Oh, that is like, okay, so I had something that had a little bit of pretty peacock. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. So this had, all right, I'm going to wipe that off. We're going to not worry about it. I'll redo it later. But yeah, that's kind of a note to self right there that you got to be careful that your clear plates are clean before you run those. That doesn't happen very often. All right. Okay, that's okay though. But it's so, well, here, I'll just cover that up, right? Because isn't that, there, I can't quite. I love this label though. So, so, so cute. Maybe, I wonder if my twine might kind of cover that up too. And like Philomena says, perfect is not handmade. We are definitely going with that theory for this card today. Okay, so now we are going to, I thought, I did clean this out, so I thought maybe this would pop out, but there we go. Just use one little poke, I think, maybe two in the corners. There we go. So you guys have to check out these little doily things because I just think they're so cute. Look at those. Aren't those just like the most adorable thing? So again, we just had to use those somewhere on our card. So I thought we're going to just decorate the inside just for Robin. Ha ha, how about that? Okay, so here we go. We are going to add our adhesive right here. So we're going to start with, this is Mossy Meadow cardstock, because that's what my pack of paper told me the colors were on our designer series paper. Okay, I think I got the back side of both of those, right? So we're going to just do in all of the corners and points a little bit of adhesive. I'm using my silicone mat because then I don't get adhesive all over the place. I love this thing. It's just this kind of boring little thing, but man, is it handy. Okay, so we're going to put those right there, right? Check it out. So cute, right? All right. And then we also, I think we put the bug on the inside, right? Yeah, we need a ladybug on the inside of our card. Okay. Scoop underneath there. Put that little guy there. Okay. And so the inside is complete, right? Now we're going to work on the outside of our card. Okay. I want that to stay down too. I never use a bone folder. Like, my fingernails work well enough. This is a pretty, like the back side of that too, though, right? If you need kind of just a more neutral, I'm going to call that petal pink is probably the color there. But these guys are pretty cute, the little bugs and snails, right? Okay, so we are going to just add some adhesive along these things. Okay, oops. So I'm going to just, to help myself, I'm going to line this up. We're going to go just like that. So we're going to do this one. So this is the only kind of thing, is that since it's not a full piece, you kind of have to eyeball. I think I'll flip it. That might be easier. So if you don't press too hard, if I haven't, and you know what, honestly, you're not even going to be able to tell once let's kind of just test that, right? Okay, I think that looks good. So we're going to press firmly on those. We are going to add some more adhesive to this piece right here. Oh, this is called the Cute as a Bug. So let's see, Robin. I think it's in the catalog. So we're going to find, so I find it easiest. Let's see, we're going to find our paper. Yeah, Cute as a Bug is on page 43. So here, this is the full suite. Yep, Cute as a Bug. So there's all of that. And then there is, so I actually don't have, but super duper cute, that Sweet Bugs. There's a stamp set of dies. Those are the little ladybugs. And then there's the designer series paper. That old olive ribbon is gorgeous. Also very easy to work with. I used that on last Friday's Facebook Live. So if you like all of that, if you write down item number 167007, $75.25, and you get all of this stuff. So you get the stamps, the dies, the ribbon, the ladybug epoxy shapes, and the designer series paper. And then because you've spent over $75, you can get a product of the month too. Yeah, super duper cute. Cute as a Bug is the name of the suite, and Sweet Bugs is the stamp set. And dies, I guess I'll say. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to put these little dimensionals on that right there. On our little hello. And hello, Miss Deb Northrup. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining us. All right, then we're going to use, these are the muted palette dots. I just had to add a little something on the outside. Another little bit of bling on the outside. And then where is my twine? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to add, this is the real red and white baker's twine. You have lots of cute bugs. Oh, I don't know. I've heard Florida has really big bugs. I don't know if the bugs are cute only on this paper. In real life, I'm not with Kennedy, Vina. I'll say I'm not a bug lover. I'm glad she is, because yeah, it wouldn't be me. Yeah, That might be the reason to not move to Tampa, actually. Okay, so those are all gone. I was trying to make sure. All right, I really did use all of those mini glue dots. So it's time to start a new pack. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to grab our little bow that we made. And okay, we're back to these on the wrong side. Oh, well. Yeah, you either, Vina. I getcha. Yeah, well, good thing we don't have, we don't have bugs like Robin does down in Tampa anyway. Okay, that's getting all curled up, but you get the idea. Plus, I also am trying to like cover up that blue, that pretty peacock color that I accidentally got on there. I think I did a pretty good job, right? Hello to a fabulous friend. All right, there we go, ladies. So I hope you are enjoying these cards. I'm having lots and lots of fun showing you all these cute things. And again, you can see the stamping is very simple this time on these cards. We're definitely focusing on all of our pretty, fun, beautiful designer series paper that we have. Now this last card has a fun fold to it. Oh, it's heavy too. Okay, so let me show you the card. So here's our last one. Things are a little bit crooked. I don't know if I bumped something, but we're going to fix that a little bit right there, right? Okay, so what do you think of this, right? So we've got sending my love, consider yourself hugged. Isn't that cute? And then just this little fun fold, right? Okay, so we are using, this is the designer series paper that I featured, excuse me, last Friday on Facebook Live. And I absolutely love it. The lovely and beautiful designer series paper, and it is truly lovely and beautiful. So it's specialty because it's got lots of pretty gold kind of accents in it, and then the backside super like cute kind of springy Eastery paper too, I'd say. Beautiful, beautiful pack of paper. So we're using that piece and then one of these. I guess we'll have to see. I'm thinking it's this one. Again, we're using this piece on this card also, but gorgeous. So again, this is what a 1/4 of a pack of designer series paper looks like in your paper share. So if you're interested, $60. I have lots and lots and lots of, well, not lots and lots and lots, but I have a few. I have at least 4 paper shares left. I think 3 or 4. Anyway. So if you're interested, $50 for porch pickup though too, if you're local. Okay, sorry. Need a sip of water. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's see, what all do we have going on here? Got some different things. Gonna get some ink out, some stamps out. We're gonna use the 3 banner punch. Okay, I think I have everything I need. Let's see, huh? Okay. Yep, we got this. Okay, so stamping. Yes, Carla, you can change the pink for yellow for sure. Some of us do like pink though, so it just all depends on your preference, right? The purple's cute too though, right? The fresh freesia. Love. Yeah. So again, this card was built based on these pieces of designer series paper, right? With our fresh freesia cardstock, and then we used some old olive, again, fresh freesia and old olive there also. Okay, all right, so what are we doing? I feel like I'm missing a piece. Got another, so that goes on the inside. Right, oh no, I think I'm good. Sorry, I was thinking I needed a bigger piece, but we're gonna stamp these right here. Okay, and what's my stamp set? Yes, the Banner Sayings stamp set. So I've got this Sending My Love, and where is this? This tiny little Consider Yourself Hugged, right? Again, Banner Sayings stamp set, and then the 3 banner punch. This is a, what am I trying to say? It is a bundle. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a bundle. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like starting to lose my mind here. Okay, so we're going to do this little Sending My Love. Oh, and it stamps so nicely too. Even that teeny tiny, well, I guess it like smudged a tiny bit. That was me, not the stamp. Okay. And then this little consider yourself hugged, and we're going to stamp it up at the top so we've got some room to write. But look at that, how nice that one stamps too, right? Yeah, there we go. Very crisp and clear. Okay, so just for kicks, we're going to do one more of these. Let's see if that one, I don't think that one is. It's funny how it takes a moment to, that does not want to focus. Well, it's better, I promise. It's not as, that little smudge on the end, it didn't happen on that one. Okay, so we're going to use our little banner punch. Let's just do this right now. So we're going to use that one there. Now you guys can see it, right? Okay, and we are straight. Yep. Okay. There. So it's interesting because it's a 3-banner one. Yeah, it's almost like you need a bigger piece of paper to punch through all 3 things. It doesn't like it when you're only punching like in the middle. So kind of keep that in mind if you're struggling with that. Okay, so I think these are good. Let's just clean these and get these out of the way too. So we've got that one. Chamois, gotta have a chamois. This is listed in my basic toolkit at the beginning of like the supply list. Okay, so, oh, I know, we got a die cut. We got to die cut one circle here. So let's do that right now. These are the stylish shapes dies, my circle, right? So we've got the circle, squares, and banners. Still using that die set all the time. It's an absolute go-to. I probably use it on most every month on some card. It gets used at least once, if not a couple of times. So we've got our little fresh freesia circle and a little stitching around it too. Okay, got that one right there. Okay, scoot this out of the way. Alrighty. Okay. Now I think we can put things, actually let's bring this back into focus so we know what we are doing, right? Okay, so we are going to, yeah, we can put this one on the front of our card. Okay. Okay, so we've got cards going like this, and then we're going to flip it back like this, and then our paper is going to go on right here. Okay. Then we have another piece. So this one does this and then back like that, and that's what's going to create that piece right there. So we're going to add this piece of designer series paper on the front kind of flippy flappy piece here. Okay. So we're going to do that. And again, all the measurements are on that Word document. Ooh, I did that the wrong way, didn't I? Okay, we're gonna have to go that way. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab another piece of white. We're gonna try that again. I should have stamped it tall. There, it's gonna go that way. Tall, not wide. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna just flip this open real quick here, but be careful. Then oops, there we go. That was going to be upside down. At least I can read that, right? Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Okay. Add this one in right here. It's going to go on there. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this card. Okay, so now let me think about, we are going to add this piece right here. Okay, so we are going to just we're going to run a good amount of adhesive there and there. We're going to flip this. We're going to just lay it down so that it sits perfectly on there. Okay, and then we're going to flip this back and we're going to run a bunch of adhesive there and there, right? Okay. And then the idea is but it's just going to lay down. There we go. So it's almost like you can't even see it, but when you do it like that, then it kind of automatically gets it in the right spot. Okay, so there's that, right? Like that. Okay. Next, we are going to just add a little bit of adhesive to our sentiment. We're going to put that little guy right there, and then we're going to put some dimensionals behind this. Okay, a couple little, oops, dimensionals on there. Okay, yay. So how is everybody doing? Are you hanging in there with me? We are just about done with our online card making class. I have just this little strip here. This is Basic Beige Classic Weave Ribbon, I think it's called. So again, I would love to get these card pieces sent out to you. Just put your online order in through me, and you will receive these card pieces too. I will say I am going to keep things open. Sorry, I'm like futzing with this. So I have been, I guess, doing a little more research, and with this surgery, I'm trying to give myself a bit of a break. So I'm thinking, I mean, my hope, I guess we'll see. I just don't really, like I said, I've done some research, but time will tell, right? Even this little mini lymph node surgery that I had last week, I've got a little bit of an issue going on with it too. So I guess my point is that I am trying to give myself some grace, time to heal. And my hope and my plan is to be back again live for my next Facebook Live. Oops, that is not working very well. Actually, like literally 4 weeks from today, it would be March. Is that right? Yeah, because oh my gosh, today's Friday the 13th. I'm just realizing that. Yes. Okay. We're doing this a little bit different here, right? Okay, so we're going to do, I was like, I probably shouldn't start talking while I'm trying to, and these things are being really funny too. Okay, well, let's see. And then I get a little dimensional backing in here too. Okay, we're just trying to add, these are the in color dots here too. So we're just trying to add a couple of these, right? Okay. So we got those two, that one. Let's do one more. And we're going to do that one right there. Somehow I always have to do threes. That's like a thing, right? You got to do, oops. Oh, you know what? I was wondering. It's funny because sometimes you scoop underneath here and the glue dot sticks to the little Barbie spatula. And that looks like it's exactly what happened. Okay, I know. Here, we're going to do this. We're like doing like mini glue dot surgery here. We'll see if this will work, right? So I'm going to put that down there, and then this one doesn't have a glue dot, and then we're going to put that one right there. There. Okay. Okay, so last card, right? Sending my love, consider yourself hugged. And that's a good way to end things too, isn't it, right? So Mina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, I know. Thank you. And for hanging in there with me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed these cards today. Like I said, I will send you, let's scoot that one out of the way, right? All the parts and pieces to make these 4 cards. I'm going to keep things open though, I guess is what I was trying to say, right? So we've got, we're February 13th, Friday the 13th. So I'll be back. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed that I'll be feeling good enough to be back and live next on March 13th. So it's going to be a few weeks because I've got surgery next week. So I know those next 2 Fridays definitely are going to be out. Like the end of February, and the beginning of March. But my hope is to be back live. So we're keeping this open is what I keep trying to get out. I'm keeping this open for the next month. Okay. So you have lots and lots of time to consider what you'd like to order. Put your order in, spend at least $50, and I will get these card kit pieces sent out to you. My plan though is to, if I can get them out sooner, I will. But if not, it'll be, probably around mid-March when these pieces go out to you also. I've got things kind of ready to go, and actually Lily and I've got some other helpers, so you never know, maybe I'll put people to work. We'll see. I'm kind of just trying to figure things out as I go here, right? So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these cards. All the details will be, I've got posts scheduled, so I'm trying to keep everybody updated on things, and I'll keep you posted on my surgery and progress to recovery as well. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and we will see you back here in just a few weeks. All right, bye everybody. Thank you.